Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on top left side is the green Mongols, we have Beasty. Spawn on bottom right side is the pink English, we have Kiljardi. When it comes to map generation, we do have both tier deposits relatively close by, and both tier deposits relatively close by as well. But there's a good chance the English player may not touch them. House there, going for the mine now. Maybe a good idea to go for the gold as quickly as it can, because generally Mongols tend to go for a spearman rush. He's collecting immediately up some wood, and seeing the villager is coming back to sheep. I doubt he's going to try for a pasture. He's probably going for a barracks for a spearman rush. That's been pretty standard for most Mongols. Down south, gold deposit being clicked on up. We do have the Khan taking a pretty nice volley there. Khan almost goes down, and that losing the Khan like that would be very, very bad. Does collect some sheep there. There's some sheep eventually up this direction. I hear some sheep being collected. When it comes to other map generation, he has pulled out next to gold deposit. Oh, he did go for a pasture. He's not eyeing for a spearman rush. He does go ahead and put the pasture down on top of the sheep carcass, allows it to be clicked more into the building. If you were to click on this sheep carcass, maybe a bit difficult. It will make an even better location. And also, he's not eyeing the pack on next to Ovo. That could result in more sheep production. Abbey King's now being built on out, which will, of course, get a bit of pressure. This player is going for a bit of wood as well, so maybe I have some extra barracks, or not barracks, farm production. Maybe I just turtle in like most English players do, but do have some wood being clicked on up. And some stone, so it looks like he's eyeing for a secondary town center. But now the silver tree being built, the trading post is not in a great spot. It's more in the center. And you would like to trade would be hurt. Maybe a good idea to put the silver tree right around here, around in the corner, because that could allow him some bit extra distance for trade. But then again, yeah, that would have sold him a little bit extra length. And immediately something got in my throat. Khan does find some more sheep there. King's being pulled on out for free. And now got a stable here. He will spot the stable. The scout only takes one arrow, packs the stable, redeploys there. Maybe I'm for a pair of Keshiks. He may have spotted a king there. A pair of Keshiks will be more than enough to deal with the king. And the silver tree is making its way to that corner. If he scouts his opponent a little bit more, he'll realize he only has a king for aggression, so he'll only keep his trade alive. A pair of Keshiks he only really needs, maybe 4 at most. Sign for a bit of wood there. 8 villagers on wood, trying to collect up enough wood for more pastures. Pastures and English farms are relatively equal in cost and how many villagers can support, but the English farms are just straight up better with the mill bonuses. So the English economy will be generally better. Does get a nice little charge attack there. And the king is going to be pursued. Well, he may spot this trader there. The king's vision is quite low. I'm pretty sure he skimmed his vision there. He's going for another charge. Going for another ×2 Keshik. Keshik trying to go for another charge. Does get the hit there. And the next speed arrow won't be available in another 50 seconds. Good hit there. Keshik's now falling back. They do take some arrows there, but nothing too significant. We now have a mill on the field, a handful of farms. Right now we still only have a single pasture. He will eke out some more pastures. Right now he has 9 villagers collected the food, which he actually has a pretty good stockpile of sheep. The pasture does prolong his sheep. But with one pasture that can support the 3 villagers, he will need a Another 2 pastures to meet his current consumption, cheap consumption. Villager gauging. Right now, this trading path is quite not good. If it was max length at the end of the map, it would be around 70. Right now, it's 44, which is not great. We have another market here, so maybe eyeing for some more income. The problem is the market will have to pay a full price for its traders. The king's taking some damage there. Keshik's getting some damage. Townsend reaches out to here, so can't torch down the house there. Nothing appears to be exposed away from town center pressure. The Keshik's not moving around. Both players not far, or pretty far from aging on up. Does get 1 villager kill there. Spearman deploying the field, gets a good stab. Pardon the Spearman would be very nice against those Keshiks. They've taken some damage. Nothing too significant. All he needs to do is just keep around the edge of the town, and I just keep him corralled. That'll keep his trade very, very safe and allows him boom up on that. Right now, the Mongol player has no gold being collected other than through those traders, which is actually now a significant number on the field. He's going with double traders, so he's going to invest into full traders and not so full traders. And soon as that tier 3 Silk Road, which will, of course, he needs 15 for that, which will give him quite a bit extra income. I would say it's probably a good idea not to go, maybe 40 traders max he wants to go for. But he has plenty of space, I would say, for traders, but I think 40 is a good number, which will support all of his gold income you need for the entirety of the game. Usually at the max of trade, where you can still rely on villagers to collect up gold on the map. And so I generally say around 20 to 30 is a good supplemental income, just still rely on villagers collecting up gold on the map. I still rely on the Steppe Redoubt, because the Steppe Redoubt is a very good gold landmark. Better than the Silver Tree. Either way, these Keshiks are moving on back. We got some Keshiks over here, so we got 7 Keshiks. There are 7 spearmen in the field, so I think green can actually win the fight, though take some losses. If the spearman can get split off a little bit, he can counterattack. He actually is going to go straight for his opponent's town center. Now, he did throw the scouting falcon there, and pink's going to attack while green's going to counterattack. Or is pink counterattacking and green's attacking? Either way, they're both attacking, just not each other. And each other. Okay, that goes that train of thought. Keshiks poke their way on in. Spearmen are advancing. I noticed as well that the traders no longer have the cavalry tag since they never received cavalry bonus damage. We got a round of archers here that should be very useful against the spearmen. And he does spot all this stuff at the outpost as well. It does have a basic arrow slit. Got a good number of archers here. Keshiks may need to engage and hold back the king and the scout. The rest of these Keshiks now push way forward. He's going to charge on in. He has to stand and fight the spearmen. He's going to lose him either way. And none of the Keshiks go down there, so perfect engagement. Pink so far has killed 0 units this entire game. Though some of these Keshiks are quite wounded. Aging up and getting our monk out would probably be pretty nice. Both players are pretty close, or has the same amount of resources to Agion up, so they're progressing the same rate. Keshiks will just love to find a building and start wailing on. Primarily, I would say this walls. It may be a good idea for the Keshiks just to throw torches on the walls to get a bit of health through gen back. You do have +1 range damage, +1 melee damage to the English player. I don't know if melee damage will actually make it more divisible against the Keshiks. Let's see. 28 damage. Plus 45. That's math I can't really do off the top of my head. But if I were to do offhand math, let's assume let's just round up to 30. That means 130, 60, 90, 120, 150. And oh yeah, +1 damage will make it. Well, then again, it's also the 3 armor, so maybe not. Good engagement there. Archers taking off those spearmen. Kesh just wailing on the king. The king is dead. Number of the catchers did go down there. He had 10, now he's down to 7. And Townsend, it does have all of 0 firing. Another catcher goes down, so that makes 6 Kurultai not being pulled on out. So right now, the Spearman do 25 damage per attack against the Keshiks, and so 150 is the visible number. Going +1 extra damage will not make any more divisible. The +1 melee damage is not important right now for melee. Unless he's trying to hit Spearman against archers, not great. He is interrupting the White Tower, very, very good. And maybe going to just cancel the White Tower, though he is using Townsend to fight away. And he probably won't get the kill on the White Tower. Villagers not being tasked in the White Tower now. He has a handful of spearmen to protect his villagers, and Green has to fall back. He's going to lose all these units. Khan falls back. Keshiks try to get more villagers, but unsuccessful. Oh, and it looks like Ink may have killed off some traders there. So far, he's killed off 2 civilians. I'm pretty sure those will both be traders. There's at least 1, 2 dead traders there. So found them. White Tower is now complete, which will give him quite a bit region. Give him 27 villager storage, and of course a keep. Doesn't keep his villagers. Now have a market going on up. How many traders does he have? He has 31 traders. I would say 40 would be a good number to have. But that's just me throwing off offhand number. At this point in time, it's probably best to switch to this. Right now, the traders providing 1,000 gold per minute, which is pretty good. Late game food income can get quite high, so if we compare that, let's assume 3,000 food per minute in late game food income. Reset by 30%. Let's just assume it gets 1,500. Keshiks do cost. Yep, so you may still need a handful of villagers on gold. This does buy some other resources as well, so it's really hard for me to do offhand math like that. Either way, we've got another outpost going on up. He does have the network activated. And not entirely, though. There may be an opening here where he needs to get another outpost, because I don't see one right here. He does also have a number of pastures here that can support, let's see, he does have 1 food. Can't really do ×3, but they potentially up to 18. Let's just assume 15 villagers on food. Here right now there's 20, but I do see villagers on deer, so yeah, 11 villagers, that's 20 pastures for 11 villagers. I still recommend for players to go for level 1 economic research. It is cheap enough that it's worth it. It's level 2 when it becomes questionable, and level 3 is pretty much not worth it at that point in time. Plus, when you get level 3 food, you actually need more than 1 pasture per 2 villagers, making their pastures cost ineffective compared to farms, the standard civilization farms. Got a couple of knights here, hacking apart some of these traders. Got a single hit veteran Keshik. Good number of traders going down, and he's Mongol player may transition to crossbows, since it's pretty common for English players to go to White Tower to knight production, and of course English man at arms are likely, so going straight crossbowman is a good call. Got armor clad and veteran spearman research. He does have the blacksmith. Oh, so that's some improved technology. He has gotten the improved siege works. Very nice. A mix of archers and crossbones would be nice, but Maganello too wouldn't hurt as well. Plus, he can always deploy out what he needs. He can always deploy out some traction trebuchet in the front line, among other things. And he can always play around the Kurultai as well. Right now, the Kurultai is in a defensive location. The Kurultai, I will say, is good for both for a siege camp and a really good defensive placement. It's a little bit more difficult to use offensively, but it is an excellent defensive position, since you can just plant that and defend location when it comes to you. Either way, Kurultai pushing forward, just trying to go for an outpost now. Handful of knights could spot this advance. We do have a large number of spearmen and a handful of man-at-arms pushing along the flanks. There is an opening on the back side, but he may go for the front side. 1 crossbowman in the region, of course, going to need a lot more than that. And now we've got the knights moving around. Shaman may get picked on off. Windguard Palace something for me. I didn't realize he was that close to aging on up. The Mongol player placing the Windguard Palace may need to be aggressive and push on forward. Shaman goes down. And also Shaman over here also goes down. Right now, Green is cleaning up 3 relics. The Mongols, of course, does want to get as many relics as possible, not for the gold income, but for the stone income from Tithe Barn. Because every pebble counts. And now we got a good number of spearmen and man-at-arms here. That's going to cause some serious issue for Green. He is bringing some Keshiks on in, but he's fighting his spearmen. Green's has some siege weapons here. And the siege weapons do get affected by the curl type for increased damage and health regen. More Keshiks being blown in the field. Trader's going down, has not tasked him away. Green's reinforcements should allow him to recover, but he's taking a lot of losses. A lot of traders going on down. Market's gonna go on down. The White Tower is taking some damage. Crossbowmen firing away. More outposts going up. We do have a good number of traction trebuchets spawning in the field. This opponent is going for some Vanguard footmen, which are a anti-cavalry footmen. Crossbowmen would still be a good item against them. It'd be a bit more difficult to use Keshiks against them, but Keshiks still at least get the charge attack. The extra market does go down. Still retains 37 traders in the field, so probably should just rely on Silver Tree building more traders. He doesn't need the extra market anymore. Keshiks charging way forward with the speed arrow, trying to charge down these spring golds. One spring gold does go down. Keshiks being used to dive the other spring gold. Another spring gold pulling the field. And now the White Tower is set ablaze. The White Tower will go down. There's just a good number of traction trebuchets here. Mangonel takes a hit there. He does, of course, have benefit for trebuchets. Allow him to take another hit. But it still goes down there. Green has stabilized up north, down south. The English player is still very low in military. He needs to go for Vanguard Raiders. That's a fast production time. Other one's 45, minute 15, but this is 25 seconds. So he needs to go for Vanguard Raiders. It's the only thing that gives him more mass quickly. But Vanguard footmen charging forward, nothing to take all these traction trebuchets, so we'll lose all these siege weapons. It does set ablaze another structure. And now we've got this force heading down south. The Pearl Tide will be supporting them. Gotta make sure it gets deployed in the field. Yep, that looks about right. Pearl Tide has been built. Crossbowmen and Keshiks now falling back there. Spearman getting spit damage around the Keshiks. The Spearman right now is just veteran, no pardon. White stupid on build queue. All secret sites have been catched by Green. Got still a good number of Spearmen here and Vanguard footmen, so large amount of anti-cav. Crossbow still engaging. They're able to punch roll above the way thanks to Curl Tie. But all of his front lines are starting to disintegrate. More Keshiks and Crossbow in build queue. Right now he has plenty of population space, so perhaps the Cognitive Palace will be a little bit better, but this will give him a lot of extra stone income, of course. The Khan has arisen. And the Curl Time may need to pack on up and get on out of there. We've of course got a couple of archers and crossbowmen there. We've now got some Vanguard Rangers being put on the field, which are elite longbowman variants. And now it's going for the Stone Bounty. Not going to improve Stone Bounty because it's generally not worth it. You have to torch down a lot of structures to make that even worth anything. And now he's starting to go for the veteran Magadai. He's going to transition to Magadai. The Vanguard Rangers will be very effective against them. These Vanguard Footmen will only get... They do have a large amount of range armor still. so they can get up to 10 range arms. Magadai will have trouble against them, but he's going to try to just kill off Spawn's villagers. Magadai do that quite well. We do also have a 26 villagers here, which does alert him. Going for another outpost here. Prototype has been redeployed here. Going for the Tide Forms now. He is claimed 4 out of 5 relics. Last relics in Pink's territory, not claimed. Now also got some Mongol hand cannoneers, which may be better to just eye for crossbowmen, since they crossbowmen get affected by incendiary arrows along with Magadai. Honestly, misclicked on the Magadai because he's not going for the elite Magadai research. Maybe he decides not to go for it. So, and now it's research stone commerce, which will take quite a bit of time to refund his cost there. Kurultai repacked on up. It does, of course, have no range armor. And will get surrounded there. There he goes, now it's fully surrounded. Taking some good damage there. Kurultai managed to escape on out of there. They've got to just deploy somewhere off the side. And Keshik's now trying to gauge the Warren Rangers. Warren Guard footmen do go down. Warren Guard Rangers are going to be hacked apart by the Keshiks. Both sides have minimal army. I think more so. He has quite a bit of wood. 89 villagers. I'm assuming he's continuing villager production. Yes, he is. Both sides lost a good amount of civilians. Looks like he's going to be eyeing for 50 traders. Right now, he has 0 villagers on trade. Or villagers collecting gold, and has 2,000 gold, so I think he's reached a good amount of villagers, traders on gold right now. If stone commerce, we will get a decent amount of stone income. Right now it's up to 500 on all sources. I wonder, does he have improved biology? Does going for the elite Keshiks, does go for just regular biology. I was going for improved biology later when it's enough stone. And he is going for elite Magadai. Magadai, I always say they're worthless out in the game, but in Age 4 they can do a bit better with the sheer bow limbs, which will be counteracted by his opponent's armor clad, but they still get affected by the +2 damage. Does give him access to more multiplication with the incendiary arrows, so it's not exactly 1-for-1 there. But they can be quite nice when they're elite and fully upgraded. Silver tree deployed. Ooh, now this is bold. Holy crap! I don't think I ever. That is bold, and his opponent's going for some trade here. These guys. One round there will give a massive amount of gold. He needs to stop this keep being produced there. He has to protect this trade because it's a high-risk trade, but high-risk, high-reward. When these traders connect, that's going to be a lot of gold. And Kenya's firing away. The Warren Guard footmen have quite a bit of health to them. He doesn't even have elite army tactics yet for them as well. Both sides' armies are far from being fully upgraded. Kurultai now trying to set on up. This will greatly benefit his hand cannoneers. Up to a staggering 50 damage. And Pink backs out of the game. This hand grazing. Thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.